Hey boos, this is GameFreak92928 of Total Ponage Incorporated, and today I just wanted to make a few comments on some YouTube drama that's been going around lately. Two YouTubers come to mind on two very opposite ends of the website. The first one I want to talk about is Bunny, aka grav3yardgirl. So recently there's been this controversy going on. I'm kind of late to the party, and honestly, I don't think it's that big of a deal. She basically had a rough experience with, Starbucks changing her routine in a way. Also, I'd like to say I know I look like a foot. It's... how hot is it now? You can probably hear my fan going. I'm sorry if it makes noise, but honestly, it's just extremely hot here. Newfoundland has actually got a heat warning going on. And as soon as the Weather Network app loads, I can tell you that here in Gander, it is 26 degrees Celsius, but it feels like 32. Actually, to me, it feels like 100, but then again, I'm a fat goth, so everything above 10 feels like 100 to me. Basically, Bunny was used to getting her free refills at the Starbucks drive-thru, and when they told her they couldn't do it anymore, she kind of flipped out. The video is now deleted. You can't find it online. A few people have made their commentary videos where they used clips from hers. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna say to Bunny, I totally get it. And the reason I'm saying that is because I know what it's like to struggle with mental illnesses, especially one that has your anxiety, like, through the roof at almost all times. And, I went through a very, very similar thing that she went through when I applied for the graphic design program at Kona. I was denied. My portfolio was given a 40%. So I was basically denied. They didn't bother giving me any detailed explanations as to why I got such a low mark or anything like that. And I was really, really upset. And I had a complete mental overload breakdown. And I went online, I went on Facebook, I ranted my ass off, went on YouTube, ranted my ass off. You won't find the video here now because it's deleted, I got rid of it. But the backlash I got from that stuff lasted me to this very day. Like, I can't tell you how many friends I lost over that fucking video. And I just want you to know that it probably doesn't mean much coming from me. I've only got like 250 plus subscribers, but I just wanted to let you know that I totally get it, and it's okay to have these mental breakdowns and these meltdowns. People need to understand, yes, it seems like we're being spoiled brats, and maybe in a way we are, but at the same time, you have to understand that's how mental illness works. Something that doesn't seem like a big deal to other people can have a snowball effect on us, and even though the breaking point was something extremely stupid, like not getting any more free refills, or, in my case, being denied art school, which was a slightly bigger deal, but still not a huge deal. Sometimes you just have a breaking point. Sometimes you just hit rock bottom, and I don't understand these people when they say, when you're good, and when you don't have a problem, and when you're doing what you're supposed to do, and you're not freaking out, and you're not showing signs and symptoms of your mental illness, everybody's like, oh, I support people with mental illnesses. But then you do have a breakdown, or you do have a meltdown, your illness comes to light, your illness takes over, and all of a sudden these people are like, oh, you're just being a spoiled brat. Oh, you're just blaming everybody else for your problems. I can't tell you, I'm not gonna name names, but I had a lot of friends who I'm no longer friends with. They still, to this very day, go around insisting that they support people with mental illnesses, and it makes me want to punch them in the face because they really don't. They say they do, but the truth is, when I needed them, when I had this huge meltdown and I fucking needed them, they decided I had a shitty attitude and fucked off somewhere and told me to go fuck myself. So, I just wanted to let Bunny know, I totally get it, and I 100%, I don't support, like, the way you said things, obviously, nobody will, but at the same time, I understand that that's what mental illness is. It's chemistry, not character, and people don't understand that. When we have a mental breakdown and we start freaking out over things that are very superficial, people don't realize that that's not really what we're freaking out over. What we're freaking out over is a bigger issue, and of course it's not fucking rational. I mean, that's what mental illness is. Mental illness is not fucking rational. If it was, it wouldn't be a mental illness. Like, that's just the way it is. But anyway. So that's that situation, and I had to get that off my chest too, because, I mean, I had some shitty friends in the past, and feels good. Feels absolutely good to get that off my chest. Secondly, the other person I want to talk to, and again, I doubt these people are fucking listening to me. I have 555 subscribers. 255, sorry. 255 subscribers. I'm not a big channel by any means, but I just wanted to comment on something that's a lot more recent. I mean, this blew up last night. For those of you who are outside of the skeptic community loop, basically what happened was Mr. Medicare released an hour-long video basically exposing mundanematt for lying about false flagging videos that he didn't like. The reason this is such a big deal is because the reason mundanematt is so popular and the reason why his channel got so big is basically because way back in the day during Gamergate, or whatever you want to call it, the conspiracy, whatever, he made a video about Zoe Quinn, and Zoe Quinn basically false flagged it and had it taken down. So basically, mundanematt got popular because that's what he did. He was a victim of Zoe Quinn false flagging his video because she didn't like what he said. And then Mr. Medicare, who was Internet Aristocrat at the time, made a video about that, and that's why mundanematt's channel blew up. He basically became, as Mr. Medicare would describe him, an advocate for free speech. And basically, he was so against false flagging people's videos, and he was, like, so dedicated to protecting free speech. And I have to say, I'm extremely disappointed. I am so disappointed in him that not only did he false flag a bunch of videos because he didn't like what they said and had them taken down, but he also, like, flat out lied about it. Like, go watch Mr. Medicare's video. They did a live stream. mundanematt was there. mundanematt was like, I didn't do it. Some troll's doing it. I didn't do it. I swear I didn't do it. I wasn't here. I don't know this guy. Well, I do. But I don't. But I know he exists, but I've never heard of him. And it's just, and then somebody just casually brings up that it's possible to see, like, it's possible to see what somebody has reported through this webpage, and Matt was, like, extremely hesitant to show people what happened on that page. But finally he wound up showing everybody that, yes, he did indeed false flag all these videos that he claimed he never did. And, like, out of everybody on the internet, out of everybody, Matt should know better. Because that's how he got super popular. He was the victim of what happened. Somebody did this exact same thing to him that he is now doing to other people. And he made a career on just discouraging this as much as possible. Being an advocate for free speech. Being all, I don't like what you're saying, but I 120% support your right to say it without being censored. And now he's censoring people. Like, I can understand. He said he wasn't in a good headspace and he had all this stuff going on. And to an extent, I can understand that. But I'm still very disappointed that that's how he chose to deal with these things. That he chose to not only like have these people's videos taken down, but then to lie about it to everybody. I really hope that one day, if my channel gets as big as his does, I want to make sure that I never make the same mistake. That when I dedicate my channel to something, it stays dedicated to that something. Like, I don't care. You don't false flag people's videos just because you don't like what they're saying. You don't do that, Matt. You, of all people, should fucking know this. You don't do that. That's their livelihood you're messing with. And, like, you've always been anti-ad block, support YouTubers, you know, adpocalypse, blah, 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 blah. And here you are, like, messing with someone's livelihood because you don't like what they're saying. That's not right. And you, of all people, should know that. That's not cool. And I'm infinitely disappointed that you decided to do that, and to not only do that, but then to lie about it, and then to try and make excuses about it. Just, like, you don't do that, and you know that. You know that that's not the way you deal with things. And, like, I get sometimes people slip up and stuff like that, but, man. So, I don't know. I'd like to hope that this would be the rock bottom that Mundane Matt hits, because you can't get any lower than rock bottom. And once you hit rock bottom, the only way to go is up. I hope Mundane Matt makes an apology video, and rather than try and lie his way out of it or sweep everything under the rug, I really hope that he apologizes and tries to make things right. You know, instead of playing all these backhanded games, false flagging people, lying about false flagging people. Like, I really hope that he takes this opportunity to reevaluate what he wants to do with his channel, and then just try and earn people's trust back, because there's a lot of people out there that don't trust him anymore, and I can't blame them, because it's like, I don't know, finding out that Justin Trudeau, who's always been like, oh, you know, feminism, my women's, and all this stuff, like, finding out that behind closed doors, he's going online calling women whores behind the shield of anonymity in the internet. I totally pronounced that word wrong, but whatever. But, you know, it's like finding out that somebody who's always been like, this is a bad thing, this is a very bad thing, this is the one thing you never do, and then turns around and does that exact same thing. I like to use what my friend, the completionist, the NL completionist, I should specify, I'd like to quote what he said, and he said, basically, Mundane Matt is the ultimate hypocrite. And that is so true, it hurts. So true, it hurts. Mundane Matt, you can either, there's two ways this can go. One way is you try to keep sweeping it under the rug, pretending it never happened, never acknowledging it, and people just keep leaving and leaving, because last I checked, he's lost like 4,500 subscribers within 12 hours, maybe, or almost 24 hours of Mr. Mediker's video going live. Or you can apologize, admit you were wrong, Stop making excuses, and then just try and earn that trust back. And, like, it's gonna be hard. Like, it's gonna be so hard. I would hate to be where you are right now. But I think the only way to actually do it, dude, is to try. And to make sure you just stop lying and tell the truth. And nip the problem in the bud before it gets bigger. That concludes my short video. It's not an official video. I'm actually almost finished editing a video. That'll be going up in about a week-ish. And that's really all I have to say. I just had to get those things off my chest. And thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for more content. Bye!